Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Rosario Borgesi, and in this video we will see how to create a Next.js application that allows us to mint NFTs. We will make use of Wagmi and AppKit to connect to our MetaMask wallet, and we will use Pinata to store the metadata of our NFTs on IPFS. So let's get started. So let's start by discussing why we need to store our file in IPFS and what it is IPFS, how it works, and how Pinata comes into this game. So IPFS stands for Interplanetary File System, which is a peer-to-peer distributed file system that is used for data that can't be stored on the blockchain. Its main characteristics are that it is distributed, so it means that it is made of multiple nodes, so multiple machines, so no one entity can control what is shared on the network, and this means that no one, for example, can block a resource, can block the access of a resource, because this is shared across multiple nodes. Then another feature it is that the immutability, so the content that it is shared on IPFS cannot be changed or altered. The addressability, so the content that is shared on IPFS uses unique addresses to locate content on the network. Portability, which means that data that is pinned on IPFS can be repinned or transferred to other nodes, helping valued content persevere on the network. And then we have the garbage collection, which is the way that IPFS handles data. Works in such a way that any content that is not pinned by a node will eventually fall off the network. Let's understand how IPFS works. So let's consider firstly how the HTTP server model works. So we have our data that are stored on a machine, then we have our end user that will make requests to the server, and the server will answer back. So the problem with this model is that if, for example, I would like to prevent you from accessing specific resources, the company or the person that controls the service can do it, and you cannot access to your resources, cannot get access to your resources. While on IPFS, on the other end, we have multiple nodes. We have multiple nodes that share this data. So there is no central server, but there are multiple machines. And this means that when a node wants to share content on IPFS, it runs the content through a cryptographic hash and returns SCID, the content identifier. So a specific file, like an image, for example, that we want to deploy on the IPFS, is not identified by the location, as you can see here, http //server.com pinny.png, but instead is identified by a string that is associated with the content of the file. So if I change the file, for example, the string that which is an hash that identifies the content, will change. So this is also a proof that our content has not been tampered. So as it is stated here, the CID serves as both the address and the verification that the content is what it says it is. So after the CID has been created, so after we have uploaded our content to IPFS, the IPF node will pin that content, which means that it will be shared with other nodes, assuring that the content will not be deleted when it runs the garbage collector, because as we said earlier, IPFS makes use of a garbage collector to remove the content that is not pinned. So this is an important feature. So once we deploy a file into IPFS, we need also to pin it, and that's where Pinata comes into place, because we could pin the file into our local node, but there are services like Pinata that make sure that this file is pinned, so it lives on the network for as long as we want. So why do we need IPFS in the blockchain? The blockchains have an incredible ability to keep a long ledger of transactions and who sends or signs them, but blockchains are terrible at storing data. Since blockchains require gas fee to be paid anytime data is stored on the blockchain, larger forms of data can cause astronomical prices. For example, in 2023, storing 1 gigabyte of data on Ethereum will cost around, as you can see, 250 millions of dollars. And this of course caused a problem, in particular for NFTs that as they were taking off. So NFTs or really anything being used on the blockchain will eventually have a token element that is on chain. So this means that we have a variable that is called token URI in the smart contract, that, as we will see, that has a pointer to data off chain that is referred to as token URI, as we said earlier. This pointer is usually a link to a metadata file in the form of JSON, which has information like the name of the NFT, description, or usually another link to an image that is also off chain. This we will understand better later on. So this is where IPFS steps in, along with its special abilities of cryptography and distributed nature. So whenever a file is stored on IPFS, it gets a unique CID that is based on the content of the file. If the file is changed by a single pixel or character, then it will receive a completely different CID. It solves the problem of pinny.png. Here is talking about a file where that we store on HTTP that has this URL that maybe then after a while it has been eliminated or it has been changed to another file. So in IPFS it cannot happen. So this solves the problem of pinny.jpg being replaced with something else, since you couldn't simply just change the name. Due to the cryptographic nature of PFS, anything shared on IPFS is mutable and cannot be changed. So this is an example of CID that is associated with this particular image. if I change the image with another, which is something that on HTTP can happen, because I just need to take another image and change its name and replace the image with the one that I had before. This in IPFS cannot happen, because if I change the image only by 1 pixel, it will completely change the hash that identifies the image. So it is said that while HTTP finds the content by path, so by using this string here that allow us to identify where our file it is stored, so the location, IPFS is based on the content itself of the file. So now that we have said we understood what is IPFS and how it works, let's go to the part of the NFTs. Let's briefly see why do we need the Pinata to solve our problem, which is to store the data of the metadata of our NFTs, so images and description, name, title, whatever properties these NFTs has on chain and on IPFS, sorry, and link our token that is our smart contract that is deployed on chain to this metadata. So to store the content on Pinata, as we will see, which is as we said earlier, a service that allow us to pin files on IPFS, so we can upload them on IPFS and make sure that they stay there, because we pay this service basically. And so we can do it either by using the web page that it is a very similar, as you can see here. You just select the page and the file and upload it into the page, okay. Or as we will see in this video, we will make use of the SDK to firstly to deploy an image, and then to deploy a JSON file that it represents the metadata associated to that NFT. If you are new to Wagmi and how to use it, I suggest you to check my other video. And just know that it is a library that allows us to interact with the blockchain. So to send transaction, mint NFTs, like in this case, and so on. Then when we have finished to create this application, we will also add the Pinata to handle the JSON and the images of our NFTs. So let's start by creating a new folder. Let's call it Pinata tutorial. Inside of it, let's open a new terminal. Let's type npx create next app, okay, at latest. This will create a new Next.js application. I will call it Pinata underscore tutorial, okay. TypeScript yes, yes, link yes, tailwind yes, src directory no, app router yes, turbo pack yes, here no, okay. Now it will install the dependency. Okay, so now it is finished. Let's change the directory into Pinata tutorial. Let's open this repository into VS Code. Okay, perfect. So we can close these two windows here. Okay, now I believe that we can start from here. Here we will install not only AppKit, but also AppKit adapter Wagmi, Wagmi VM, all the libraries that are needed to use AppKit. So here we could open another terminal and copy this. Okay, it has finished installing. Let's create a new file here that we call .env.local. Okay, where we put our environment variable next underscore public underscore project ID that will store the project ID of AppKit, because we can here we can create a new project, and we have to put the ID that is of the project that we create with AppKit inside our environment variable. Of course, I will put mine, so once you create yours, you can put yours. Obviously, it should not be shared with other people. So now we need to add create a new file for the Wagmi configuration, and in this case it has created this file here. We can copy it. For example, you can create a new folder called lib. We put this new file called wagmi.ts. We paste it here. Okay, here it is next underscore public project ID is taking the variable that we have created before. Okay, here as network I would use base Sevolia. Okay, base Sevolia. So here we should put base Sevolia. Okay, fine. Here is missing. Okay, this is not used. Maybe we don't need it here. Okay, this is the we don't need it right now. Okay, once we have done this, let's go back to our file here. Here it is specifying the networks that we have already imported. Okay, here is talking about create AppKit. Don't think we need it right now. Then we need to create a provider. Okay, let's copy this and create a new folder. For example, here let's call it new folder components, new file providers.tsx. We put that code. Okay, this is imported from this is our Wagmi adapter, so the path should be lib in our case. at libwagmi. Okay, now it seems that we have everything. Okay, here we are calling create react app. The networks are okay, let's put here base Sepolia. Also here networks base Sepolia. Okay, this should be fine. Let's see what other thing we need. Okay, this has to be imported inside the layout. I believe that we can copy. I believe that we can copy this file completely. So we can go here, layout. We paste the file here. Context provider. It is this component here, so we can say at components / providers. Okay, I simply added the async here to solve the problem. Now we can add the AppKit button inside our main page and see how it behaves. So we go here, we don't need this code here. Okay, we can write div. Okay, we can paste this here. So here it should be fine because it says in the documentation not this one. Okay, it says that web components here are global HTML elements that don't require importing. The only change that I made was here that I have removed there was the function and it was not a function, so that now it seems to be fine. We can, for example, start our application and see how this component behaves. So if we go to this page, to our main page, okay, now we have the button to connect our wallet. Okay, we can choose, as you can see here, wallet connect, MetaMask, Trust Wallet, plus maybe there are other wallets that are supported. Here we could also configure an access with email, Google, or other social. Here you can see X, Discord, Farcaster, GitHub, and so on. But let's connect with MetaMask. Okay, now I need to confirm. Okay, so this is our wallet. As you can see here, it allows also to buy crypto, swap, send. We can do whatever we want. Yeah, okay. So now let's some other style, some inputs to mint our NFTs. So let's start by creating an external div. I have already one that already that has already been prepared. So here we put a little bit of style. Okay, so let's create a div like this. Okay, okay, now inside of it let's put a text, for example mint NFT. Then I would start to add some a form that should be inside of here. Okay, and as input okay, we could for example add the recipient address of this NFT. So label, for example here we can put recipient. Okay, then we will put some CSS to style. Then we put an input, let's say type text, let's create a state variable. So for example const, let's say recipient. Okay, use state. Let's import this from React. Okay, let's put here the variable recipient. So here it is type text value equal to recipient. Then of course we put on change equals to, let's say, set recipient. That should be fine. Okay, let's see if we can already see something. No. I'm missing don't know if I have to put maybe here use client. Okay, now we are starting to see something. Okay, maybe let's change this. I don't like this background color very much. So in globals here we can remove this. Okay, now it is a slider. It is better. Okay, here we have the recipient, mint NFT. Fine, we could for example add some style also here after this on change, and also in the form let's put something. Okay, now we need to create this function that we will create. I would okay, I would also add for example a title. of our NFT title. Let's call it, let's create a variable here, a state variable constant. Title, okay, let's put it here. So this becomes title, set title. Okay, let's see. Okay, the function is not declared. Let's comment out this. Let's see. Okay. Let's put something else. For example, we can put description. Okay. Okay. And at last we need a button. We already have a button for us. Okay, with mint NFT. Okay, pretty basic, but nonetheless useful. Now we can, I don't know here if it is possible to set up. The problem is that this maybe it was not a good idea to remove that style. Hey, I returned here to the previous to the configuration that was created by Next. So here with the color black, and okay, here I put this card in white, and maybe there is always there is it is sure that it is possible, I believe, to change these colors here, but this is not it's not important for the sake of this video. So we have the recipient, the title, and the description. Here we can mint the NFT. We could also, for example, put another input to handle the upload of images. So here we can put, for example, another label. Let's call it picture, and here we can put I believe input type file, class name. That should be fine. Maybe, I don't know if here we should write something like accept equal image slash. Okay, and okay, here of course we should have a variable image. So const image, you say that should be null. Here we should put no file or null. Use state. No, it should be like this. Okay, image set image. So here we should do on change. Okay, I believe we set on change equals to handle image change. Okay, so here the function const handle image change. Okay, this should be fine. Here this is capital letter. Okay, now we need to put if e.target.files and e.target.files at 0. Okay, we do const file equals to e.target.files 0. Okay, and I believe a set image file. I've improved the style a little bit, and so now what do we need to do after we have written the function that handles the upload of the image, so this button here, we should implement now this function that handles the submit of the of this form, and this form in particular should mint an NFT. So before going further, I would deploy a new NFT. So let's go to Remix Ethereum. Okay. So I have this contract here that I developed in the previous video for Wagmi, to explain Wagmi. I would use a similar contract, just changing something. Let's call this this contract, for example, create a new file, let's call it bikes.sol. Okay, let's paste this here. This is a basic NFT, so here I would call it bikes. As a symbol I put BKS. As you can see, this NFT is very simple, does not have an owner. So just to explain how we can interact with the smart contract with Wagmi, and how we can use Pinata to store the URI. So we should put the URI here that we will create by using Pinata. So we can deploy this contract. I can use, for example, here this is my, for example, also from my second account. This contract should be called bikes. Okay, so now I can see bikes here, everything should be fine. Let's deploy. Okay, base Evolia. Okay, perfect. The contract has been deployed. So I can copy the address of this contract and go here at our page. So I can create a constant called ERC-721 address, which is this one. Okay, now that we have the address, we should let's start to implement this function. On submit, handle submit, so const handle submit, let's call it submit without mint, handle submit this so now here we need to put prevent default. Okay, and now we should go to the page of Pinata, this page related to the NFT. The first thing we need to do is we need to create a new file. Let's call it here, for example, inside the lib pinata.ts, and we paste here okay. Now that we have copied this, of course I forgot to say that with Pinata you need to create an SDK. Sorry, you need to register and get the API key, so it will give you two important information, which are Pinata JVT and the gateway URL. That these two strings must be saved inside our .env local file. So, but I forgot that we need to install Pinata, and so we need to run npm pinata, maybe -web3. Let's see. It should be npm pinata. Okay, so npm pinata. Okay, so now I have converted the require into import. This it is the Pinata object that we will use here. Here we can we can call this upload image. So here we put, for example, file image, file. Okay, here should be so here we put this we don't need this stuff here. This should be image. Sorry, this should be image. Okay, maybe we could write this a little bit better. Ok, Pinata upload image. This should be image column file. Okay, format this document. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, and of course we don't need this stuff, and this should be one part of the process. The second part of the process should be the creation of the JSON, uploading the JSON. So we could write something like this, for example. So let's write const, let's say upload JSON. That should be async. Okay. Now maybe after that we can improve it, but here we take as an input the name, the title, which is a string, the description, which is a string, and then the image hash, which is also a string. But here we forgot to return this is an upload response. Okay, let's see this upload response. As you can see, this returns the ID, the name, the CID, which is what we are interested in. Okay, so we should do something like CID. Okay. Let's see what happens just with that. We can comment this. Okay, so here in the page, let's call upload image, and here we put our image. And I don't remember upload image, so I should import this. No, sorry, I should say export. Okay, that's why he didn't found it here. This should be, of course, await. This is async. This is upload. Let's import this. Okay, image is this one. Let's say if image is different from null. Okay, let's call this. Okay, it should console log this output. Let's see what happens now in our application. Okay, let's say we choose a file, for example, we choose this bike here. Let's Let's check out the console, clear everything, mint. Okay, so this is the hash of our application. If I go to my Pinata account, okay, you can see that it has uploaded my file, and it is the file that I had in my desktop. So it has been uploaded, ends with WV4A, and here it was WV4A. Okay, so it seems to work. So next, our next step here. So let's clear this because it is disturbing. So the upload goes fine. Now what we need to do, we need to call the okay, so now we need to implement this part. So here the name, it is let's call this I don't know why we have called it name title. Maybe it was better to use name. So here set name. Okay, here it is set name, and here name. Okay, seems fine. Let's clear everything. Okay, now let's go. So upload JSON. The title, it is this title here. The description, it is this description. The image, it is the image hash. Okay, here we need okay. This is the string with this image hash that we have uploaded. The external URL, I don't believe that we need it. Okay, so now we would also export this function. So we call upload JSON await. Let's call this const image hash equal to await upload JSON. Then we call await upload JSON, name description image hash. Okay, let's put a return. Oh, sorry, return seed. Okay, let's return here. It is let's see what returns this object. also here the CID. Okay, so we could do, I believe, also here const seed equals to all of that. Let's say console log seed uploaded JSON at, okay, uploaded image at. Okay, let's format this document. I believe that we can also return this CID. Perfect. Now coming back to our page, string or undefined, let's say if image hash, no, sorry, let's just put here this. Now it should be fine. So this should be the JSON hash. Okay, this is the JSON hash that and now what we have to do, we need to use Wagmi to mint this new NFT. So we need to import a hook from Wagmi. So we say import use write contract. Let's see, because I don't know if I remember it correctly. So write to contract, okay, use write contract, use write contract from Wagmi. Then we need to use this thing here. Okay, now we need also to write to call the function write contract. So we can say something like write contract let's pass a new object. Here the address would be the ERC-721 address. Then we need to put the ABI, which we have not copied, we forgot to copy, so we need to go back to Remix at our contract, Solidity compiler, and here we can copy the ABI. So we come back to our contract, to our we need to create a new file called constants.ts. Let's export const ERC-721 ABI, which is equal to this code here. Okay. Let's maybe better call it ERC-721 ABI. So we should import this constant here in our page. So let's do something like let's say if it helps. Okay, it is helping me. Great. Now we need to call to specify the function that we want to call. So function name, which is safe mint. Okay. And now as arguments we need to put the recipient, okay, which we have put inside our box as a let's copy zero x string. Okay, and then we need to put here the token URI. The token URI would be a string concatenation, which is IPFS column double slash. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, and that should be it. Let's say if it works. I don't believe we need this right now. Let's format this document. Okay, let's see what happens in our application. Clear everything. Let's put recipient. It is this wallet, this account, sorry. Name, let's call it bike 1. Description, a beautiful bike. Let's choose the file, which is this one, mint NFT. Okay, it has uploaded image, the JSON, confirm. Okay, here it is the transaction. It seems that the NFT has been minted, but we need to check this JSON here on Pinata. As you can see, it has uploaded the JSON on Pinata. So our JSON has the name, bike 1, the description, a beautiful bike, and this image, this is the URL of the image that we have uploaded before, WV4A, which was this one, WV4A. Perfect. So the transaction seems that went fine. We could, for example, for token 0 here into Remix, we could check the token URI of the token ID 0, which is P6A, and it is this one, P6A. Let's try to upload another bike. So for example, bike 2, another beautiful bike. Choose file, for example, in this case, bike 2, mint NFT. Also here we confirm the minting. The transaction has been confirmed. Okay, so also the token 1 has been minted. If I check here the token URI of the token 1, I can find here AD5E, which is AD5E, the IPFS of the JSON that has been uploaded to Pinata. So guys, we have reached the end of the video. I hope that it has been useful. If you have any questions, please drop a comment below and I will reply as soon as I can. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.